What's good, guys? Your boy, Hugo the Savage, back again for another Savage Talk Live. I hope you've got headphones in, because that would have hurt your eardrum. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I hope everybody's well. Demon Team, welcome! Savage Talk Live, people. We're here to talk wrestling. You know, like that. We're here for a good time, not a long time. I hope everyone's well. You already know the check-in I'm coming in with. Everyone well? Drinking your water, eating your healthy food and that. You get me? Getting the exercise in? You better be, because times are hard, bro. The world's a mess right now. You saw it. We've all seen it. Yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen it, then shout out to you, because you're having a good time, bro. But we've seen what's going on, man. There's wars breaking out. And yeah, it's a mess, but glad to be here, man. Hope everyone's well, man. Good times. Shout out to you, Amin. Good to see you in the chat here straight away, you know, like that. Shout out to Terry Hopper. I'm glad to hear AEW brought ROH. Maybe they can join all the women and men together in one place. Shout out to you, Terry. I don't know if that will work out. Everyone in one place. To be honest, I think if you look at what AEW is doing already, they've got what they got so far: AEW Rampage, AEW Dark Elevation, AEW. Oh, there was another one. Oh, it's just Dark. No, Elevation and Dark, two different things, isn't it? So Terry, if they put all of them people in one place, there wouldn't be enough space. They'll end up with more people than WWE had when they started, because they've already got 114 current AEW members, and then obviously add the AEW lot on top, which is about 50. It's too much. But we're gonna get into that anyway. Let me just finish saying what you know what I mean. Shout out to you, Ahmed. Hope you're well, bro. You know the vibes, you know, like that. I'm not watching WrestleMania. I'm watching Revolution instead. Shout out to you, Deontay. Doesn't really make sense, does it? How can you watch it instead? They're not on the same day. Well, Revolution's this week on Saturday, and WrestleMania's in April. So why would you not watch WrestleMania? And why would you just not watch as much wrestling as you can? Or how about you just not watching wrestling? I mean WrestleMania, but you're watching AEW Revolution, not instead of, because they're not on at the same time. But yeah, man, like I said, man, here for a good time, not a long time. I won't be here too long today. I know, I don't think we got one in last week. We did the week before because it was Elimination Chamber. We didn't get one in last week. I told you guys at the start of the year, to be honest, that the Savage Talks are more sparingly now. Obviously, if I'm feeling up to it, I'll for sure, I'll for sure put a Savage Talk on with the times and that, but here's what it is. 1 hour till he comes on the Pat McAfee show, man. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait. It'll be very interesting. But yeah, man. Vince McMahon's G, bro. You already know. Wrestling world's moving mad right now. Yeah. I think it's a bigger week for AEW right now. They got Revolution coming up. Obviously, they only have 4 proper pay-per-views a year. Revolution's one of the bigger ones. I think Revolution is pretty much the second one, isn't it? It's the Royal Rumble, pretty much. You got All In, which is their WrestleMania, and then yeah, you have that as well. But yeah, man, I'm excited for it. It's a good card. Like I said, it's weird when you watch AEW because it's a different style of not wrestling in terms of in the ring. Well, yeah, it is in the ring as well, but it's the whole concept of the show is completely different. So, but I'm excited to see the MJF match more than anything, to be honest. And obviously, Hangman Page title fight. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very interesting. But obviously, they've got Rampage before then, so yeah, should be dope. Obviously, the biggest news is that Tony Khan announced in AEW last night that he has purchased Ring of Honor. Now, obviously, I put it on the thumbnail and that because it's newsworthy on it. You know what I mean? I'm just putting the thumbnail, but it's big news. It's not a game changer. It's not, like some news what's going to send shockwaves around the wrestling world. But I think it's big news for the guys who were out of work from Ring of Honor. That's who it's big for. It's big for those guys who have been putting their life on the line wrestling and didn't have a company to work out. Now, obviously, we saw like Jay Lethal and stuff come across the AEW, but they seem like one-off matches and stuff like that because we ain't really saw much of them. But it does open the doors for the fact that we got more matches available now, more matchups. What are AEW still doing new stuff at the moment because they've only been around for 2 years. So on top of that, they're gonna have fresh stuff from ROH as well, which is good. Like Terry referred to earlier, the women's division is gonna be pretty good as well. Um, New stories, just chances for new things. And that now, the only thing I'll say about the Tony Khan announcement, it was not much to it. So he announced that he's brought the company, but he didn't give us any information on what happens with the company. Did they keep the same name? Did they come across to AEW? Did AEW lot go across to there, which is probably going to happen at some point? Did they just run the company as normal, but he just owns it? Because for all we know, the guy he brought it off could be still running the company, and Tony just owns it now. I read somewhere that he only brought 50% of the company, which wouldn't make him the actually would be the owner if he's the majority shareholder. So yeah, for around 50 million or something like that. Well, that could be anything. It doesn't really matter to Tony Khan. He's got a lot of money. But yeah, the announcement didn't do too much. So like I said, I think it's bigger for the fact of when AEW decided to get on streaming platforms like WWE's got their own network. At the moment, AEW's only got 2 years worth of wrestling for their own catalog, so they can't really make a network at the moment. It'll be over in a week. You would have watched everything, but they'll have the Ring of Honor catalog now, which is crazy considering a lot of the legends from Ring of Honor, obviously Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, but you've also got like Seth Rollins and Cesaro and people like that, and obviously now Tony Khan owns the rights to some WWE people's previous videos, which will be interesting. But I don't think it was the most incredible. I watch Ring of Honor. Um, it's going to be great if they change Ring of Honor though, and get it help it with its TV because the reason why most people don't know about Ring of Honor is because they don't get to watch it on TV. It's quite hard for them to watch unless they got a pass. Bit like TNA or Impact. So interesting, but shout out to them anyway. I'm happy for the people who got to keep that job. That's great. Are we getting the Bella Twins? They wouldn't make Sasha no tag team with no division for no reason. I mean, they would do it for no reason. No, that's the thing with WWE. They would do it. Every tag team champion so far have been there for no reason. There's been not much story behind it at all. The best tag team champions we've had was Sasha and Bailey, and they had to go through all three different brands to get fights. So I wouldn't put it past them. But the Bella thing, I said at Royal Rumble, I thought they were going to end up fighting for the WWE championships at WrestleMania. But there's no story. There was no story of the people who knocked him out of the ring or anything like that. So very interesting, but well, we'll see. MJF should be the next AEW World Champion. I'm curious of his promos after he wins the championship. The heel he would get. Yeah, the problem MJF is going to have in the future, which is it's not a complete bad thing because it's just showing how much people love him, but he's that much of a great heel that people will start cheering him. Because you could see in the promo that he got on CM Punk about being in school, and that was a pretty good promo, but you could hear some cheers in the crowd and stuff like that, and he's gonna have to keep throwing cheap heat at people, like destroying the area and the city he is in to get more heat. But eventually everyone's just gonna love him. But I do agree that he probably should be next world champion, but I don't think he will be. It might be Daniel Bryan or Adam Cole, I think. But Amin says Savage WWE bump yesterday was a banger. Listen, the bump's never a banger to me, but it was good. It was good. But yeah, man. Is there any news across the world with wrestling? I think we covered the Ring of Honor stuff. AEW Revolution coming up, covered that as well. Put Jeff Hardy on the thumbnail because I'm interested to see if Revolution. You know, AEW throw out these people debuting all the time, and eventually it's got to stop because there won't be enough space for more people to come in. I think the last one we had was Keith Lee, maybe, or was it Jay White? Might be both on the same day. Actually, it was. But I'm thinking Jeff Hardy Yeah, I'm thinking Jeff Hardy might debut at Revolution, possibly, maybe not. If I was him, I'd take some more time, um, get do all your creative stuff and come at a later time. There's no rush for Jeff Hardy to come in because I know he didn't get used in WWE as much and that, but he'll also fall away into the pack in AEW as well because all the guys, the older guys like Christian and Mark Henry and all these people, man, no, seemed like big things when they left WWE to come here, but to come to AEW, but so far we've not seen much since Christian won the Impact title. We ain't seen much of it, so yeah, Deontay Cesaro he left. Was it last week now? Um, Tony Khan actually spoke on Cesaro. Um, I'll find it now. I think I've got it here somewhere. Definitely got it here somewhere. I know he was speaking about Cesaro not so long ago. I can't find the quote. If I can find the quote, then I'll definitely bring that up. But um, yeah, he did mention Cesaro. It's interesting. It's interesting because they're bringing new stuff in. Cody's gone now from AEW, so pro wrestling world from outside of WWE shaping up pretty nicely. Inside WWE, it's been steady. I think I don't have too much to complain about. Uh, I think a lot of the stuff I kind of expect from WWE now. But yeah, man, it's very very interesting. Very interesting. I mean, says Savage. Imagine Austin Theory is at the Pat McAfee show in 1 hour. I don't need to imagine it. He said he was going to be there, and so it's not really a big shock if he turns up. I do have a feeling that half of this Pat McAfee show, maybe 10 minutes of it, is going to be a lot of it's be wrestling story based stuff. I think, but I really want Pat McAfee to get into the. I want him to, ask Vince some questions and that, but he works for him, so I doubt it. Like that. Deontay said Jade Cargill is running out of people. Yes, she's 27-0 now. Should be everyone. So, very interesting. She's incredible though, so it's very believable that she's still winning. Um, Ahmed says heel Edge versus Babyface Styles at Main is going to be epic. I can't wait. I can't wait. Whatever day that's on, it can steal the show. I think they announced it. I know that's in the poster, the card. But whatever night's that on, he could steal the show. I can't wait to see it. It's a match I've wanted for 4 years, maybe about 4 years. I don't know if I explained this in the reaction I've done to it, but night two, okay. When I'm in the gym and stuff like that, I like to listen to podcasts, and I used to listen to. I don't know if it was Edge and Christian's podcast or it was Edge and Christian talking on Booker T's Hall of Fame podcast. But obviously, they always ask people if you could wrestle again, who would you want to wrestle? And obviously, at the time, Edge and Christian were out of it; they were retired. But everyone always says AJ Styles. Christian had already wrestled him, obviously through TNA, but Edge said AJ Styles, and I was there for it, man. So yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. I mean, yeah, I've actually done reaction videos to it. I haven't put them out yet. I'm gonna put them out tomorrow. I'm gonna put episode 1 out, reaction tomorrow, and then I'm gonna do one each day. So I've done them. I've recorded them all. I haven't recorded today's one, but I've recorded 1 to 4, I think. So yeah, I'll put that out. Really interesting. I wasn't gonna do it, but then I seen that it was only like 10 minutes on YouTube, so I thought that's enough time. You know what I mean? I might edit them down a little bit more again because there's no need for it to be stupid long. But it's very interesting. I was quite shocked. Not shocked, but if it's WWE back in the day, the stuff that they talk about and how they are, I'd expect it. But this new PG era, I didn't expect it. I mean, I think the first episode starts with Carmella talking some sexual stuff to Corey in like the first 30 seconds, 40 seconds when they're in bed. Hey, man, I'm here for it, man. I'm a grown man, like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes the PG things are dead. So, in other news, bit more of a serious one. But I don't even have to cover this one really. But obviously, everyone's seen what's happened with Cain Velasquez. It's funny they call him a ex WWE superstar and stuff like that, which I get, but he was hardly there, was he? I think he did we see him twice, maybe. And obviously the big match was against Brock. Brock beat him. Um, yeah, I don't know. I, like I said, free him and free up Kane because I'm not on the bandwagon of. He's been arrested for attempted murder. Um, I think he showed up in court today. Now, attempted murder is a serious, serious crime, like that. And when I saw the initial news report, I was thinking, damn, Cain Velasquez shot someone. When I read the story and delved deeper into it, I was like, shout out to the man, Kane, like that. This is savage talk, so I ain't gonna keep it too PG. Shout free man like Kane, big Cain Velasquez, free him. If you don't know the story, I'm gonna read a brief summary of it. I'm not gonna go into the details on that, but pretty much it says the former UFC heavyweight champion and ex WWE superstar Cain Velasquez appears in court charged with attempted murder after shooting a man who allegedly molested a 4-year-old child who was a relative of Cain Velasquez. Today, dozens of supporters turned up to court wearing a Free Cain t-shirt. I'm here for it. Anyone want to send me a t-shirt? Send it me. It says that police arrested Velasquez on Monday after he fired at a pickup truck carrying Harry Eugene Golcott, who's age 43, who was charged with molesting a child. Listen. You molested a child, bro. Gloves are off, like that. I don't care what happens to you, bro. And apparently, the man who molested the child was living at his mom's, and his mom runs a daycare from the house. So you can only imagine that means he's got kids around him at all times. Cain? Free Cain so we can shoot him again, like that. I said it. I don't care, bro. Yeah, I got kids, you sick son of a bitch. Fucking nasty bastard. So I'm here for it, bro. Free Cain, bro. Told you. Send me a t-shirt, man. Whoever's, you know what I'm saying? I'll rock that on the channel. Get me shut down. You can't cancel me, bro. Deontay says we seriously need Bailey and Oscar. We do. It's a bit of a weird one because we're so close to WrestleMania now that I'm guessing that Raw after Mania and SmackDown after Mania might be where these people turn up. Because doing it now, considering that there's 2 nights of wrestling, there's going to be loads of matches on the cards. You don't want them to come back and lose straight away. But yeah, man, we still got them two to come back. We got Lacey Evans to come back, so it could be a good time, man. But do anyone trust the WWE creative to keep it like that? Probably not. I'm interested to see what happens. Here's what it is. Amin says, "Where is Pablo? He's behind me. He's literally behind me, but he's sleeping, so that's why you can't see him running across the back. But he's out cold, man. That's my boy, though. But yeah, man. I ain't got much to talk about on anything else, to be honest, because I just wanted to throw it out quickly. So you guys ask away with any questions or anything you want to tell me. And we'll chop it up, man, and probably bounce in about 10 minutes. I want to do a few more random live streams. Sometimes there's just times when I just want to throw a live stream together. Sometimes it's not about wrestling. And if I can make them shorter, then I'm happy to come on. I think the problem is usually we stream for about an hour and a half and stuff, and I'm so busy that it takes up a lot of my time. But Ahmed says Oscar to SmackDown, Bailey to Raw, Lacey Evans. I don't care. That's up to you, bro. I think she's super talented, and to be honest, she was in a good storyline without a title before she left, and that's what we need. The problem with the women's division is every storyline is about a title, and it can't be because there's only 2 titles. Lacey Evans, she was in that angle with Charlotte to do with Ric Flair. Now the problem is when she comes back, they'll just pretend like nothing happened and they'll never mention the beef what her and Charlotte had. But we'll see. I think it's a good idea what you said. Bayley's usually a SmackDown person, but yeah, the fact that Sasha's on SmackDown already, Charlotte's on SmackDown, Ronda's on SmackDown, then yeah, I'd send Bayley to Raw as well. I possibly would even send Oscar to Raw. I don't know. Amin says, "Where is Alexa Bliss?" What do you mean? She's around, isn't it? She's around. She's been tweeting today, so she's about. But yeah. Is anyone else saying, man? Is anyone else saying? We've got 7 minutes before I get the hell out of here. I got stuff done. I want to watch the Pat McAfee show myself. I need to watch the press conference with Deji, which is started at 6 by watching. I might do a watch along to I would do the Revolution watch along, but I'm not feeling staying up that time again. I could do though. Chances are I'll probably end up doing just reaction videos and not doing it live. And I might do the YouTube boxing. I might do a watch along to that. It's $6.99. I might just pay for it, do the watch along, or throw some videos together, and we'll see. But yeah, we'll see. Solo Sikoa, they're going to have a problem with him when he gets called up. Why would I have a problem with him? Let me know. I think he's dope. I think he's a dope, man. He is get called up and go join the bloodline, bro. They'll have the tag team champions who are going to beat someone up for the US Intercontinental Champion or whatever. Asuka has done everything she could on Raw, so a move to SmackDown is something fresh. Yeah, I get that. What I will say to you is, though, is you can correct me if I'm wrong, but if you remember when Asuka, the last time we saw her was prior to the draft and prior to the big releases. So the same people that were on Raw when she left ain't on Raw anymore because people swapped over. And a lot of people ain't even in the company anymore. So even going over to SmackDown, I think that we saw her wrestling. We've seen her wrestle Charlotte loads. She's wrestled Sasha. She hasn't wrestled Ronda Rousey. But apart from that, all the other women she's wrestled as well because they've moved over. So I actually don't think it'll be that fresh for her. Remember, she got the title from Becky with the Money in the Bank. It wasn't really a cash in, but it was the title was in the briefcase apparently. But she didn't fight Becky for it, so that's someone new. Bianca Belair as well. Doudrop. I actually think Raw might be better for her. Shout out to our new United States champion Finn Balor. Yeah, man, you seen how happy I was on the reaction. It's hard to sustain the excitement anymore. Only because basically nothing to do with Finn. It's hard to sustain the excitement because I never know when WWE are gonna, do something dodgy, mess something up, rubbish creative. I saw what it was like before when Finn was champion. That was a bit of a better time actually because I don't know. It's very interesting. All I will say is if they can mimic his run, what he had on NXT before he came to the main roster again, because you obviously remember he went back down to NXT, won the championship, then had the match against Karrion Kross, and then came back up. I'd love that. So, here's the big problem: who's going to sign Killer Cross? Deontay, you're confusing me, bro. You just said Solo Sikoa, and now you're talking about Killer Cross. I'm so confused. Killer Cross is doing the rounds, and it is doing the rounds on independent wrestling, so I'm here for that still. But yeah, we'll have to see. Card. All right, sorry about that, Ahmed. I did see your message. I just went on Fight TV so we can get the card up because some of the stuff are going to change. We got Rampage still on it, so um, we have. Let me just do this. Let's do some. Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's smash it out. We'll keep these pretty fast because I know not everyone watches AEW, and there's not many people in the chat at all. So, we'll go with the Tornado Trio match: Matt Hardy, Andrade, and Isaiah Cassidy versus Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin, Sting. I think that Tornado match, surely Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin, and Sting pick up the victory in that match. Although there could be an upset on the cards with the other team. I wouldn't listen. I said about Jeff Hardy, but if one of these got injured, probably Isaiah Cassidy more than anyone, or just favorably got beat up or hurt himself before the match, and it was left as Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin, and Sting and it was a 3-on-2, a handicap match. Then we could get Jeff Hardy. We could get Jeff Hardy out for that. So I'm just saying it's possible. Possibly not as well, but I like to keep optimistic about it. We got the TBS championship match. That's Jade Cargill. It'll be a 28th victory. I'm telling you, bro. She's gonna win that match. She's fighting Tay Conti. And yeah, I think Tay Conti can wrestle in it. She was in WWE before she came across. She can do her thing, but it's Jade Cargill. So it's one of them ones I don't. Yeah, could be interesting. Could be very interesting. Uh, 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 mm, 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 mm. We're going next. What do you think of hey Max Caster and that? I like it, man. I like it. Very interested. I don't know where I don't know where they're gonna go with it, but we'll see. Chris Jericho versus Eddie Kingston is there. Come on, can't wait for that. If anyone didn't see the promo between them two, it was dope. It was a badass promo. In fact, it was like back and forth. It looked like Kingston had Jericho on the ropes for a little bit, but obviously the champion, he came back with just how he knows how to, with some legendary promo skills. And I will say one thing though, and I'm not trying to moan, but I'm gonna pick Eddie Kingston to win this match. I'm gonna pick Eddie Kingston to win this match. What I'll say is, I know that I love both programs, so it doesn't matter to me. But there's no war going on between AEW and WWE, and it was NXT and AEW before all that business is old now. But it's getting a bit stale. WWE superstars mentioning WWE in their promos. It's actually boring now. You sound so bothered. You sound really bothered about them, and I just don't think it's the case, to be honest. So they need to cut that out because I know that Kingston mentioned it in his promo to Jericho. Tony Khan mentioned Shane McMahon earlier when he was on about buying the company. The Young Bucks were outside WWE headquarters. It's actually a bit silly, isn't it? Like, you know what I'm saying? These are different times. There ain't no Monday Night Wars. There ain't, you know what I mean? It's complete different times now. So Ahmed said Jade Cargill's going to win. I agree. You think Jericho's coming back to WWE? I don't think so. Would I rule it out in the future? I won't rule it out for the future, but when he does come back to WWE, I don't think he'll be wrestling. He's on towards the end of his career now, where he's going to want to do less wrestling, and in WWE scheduling and stuff like that. I don't think so, but there will be a point when Jericho needs to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. The only thing I'll say is what's a bit weird is we're not used to having the Hall of Fame ceremonies and all this going on year by year with another wrestling company in the background who's got a lot of these stars. So before, when people didn't, they just wouldn't come to the Hall of Fame, or Vince wouldn't induct them. But now it's like, can you induct someone who's at AEW? You can't. I don't see it happening. So it's going to be very interesting. But we'll see, because he did turn up on the Smoking School podcast. So I do think that if anyone's gonna do it, it'd be Jericho. We'll see with that. I'm with Ahmed. Jay I said, man, that's not even a hot take, man. We know. So push Rick Boogs. Interesting. I think he needs to change his character probably if they're gonna push him. But eventually, that him and Nakamura thing can't continue. You know what I mean? I think if anyone's smart, people with guitars don't really get along in WWE. You know what I mean? Not since Jeff Jarrett, or you know what I mean. So I would put that away. Should we go John Moxley, Bryan Danielson? I can't wait for this match because it's what we've all been watching for years. We watched the Shield. I think the Shield's first loss was to Kane and Daniel Bryan. It was, wasn't it? Proper loss. And I know they had that 10-on-3 match as well. But I think it was the first loss. I'm very interested to see this. I like the build up to it. It's not too personal, but you know, I'm gonna go for John Moxley to win this. I want Daniel Bryan to win, but I want Bryan Danielson to win, but I'm gonna go John Moxley for that one. We've been talking about that for like damn near a year now. I think it should have happened, but they're not even teasing it anymore. And I think we're just, we're at the tag team of Jake Paul and The Miz versus the Mysterios. That would be the perfect time to turn. If Logan Paul pins, I don't know, if Logan Paul pins Dominic, because of Ray, I could see it happening. Ahmed, it's still light, man. I got the ring light's too bright, bro. But I can't, because I thought because I said we're gonna end the stream. I can't bother to do. Well, actually, I can actually. There we go, man. It's a little bit better for me still. It's because I'm supposed to have my glasses on, bro, but I ain't wearing them things. Not like prescription glasses, my blue light glasses. Been at the desk all day working, like that. Let's move on to the next one. This one, this could be, So we'll go CM Punk, MJF, a dog collar match. Like that. I'm interested. I'm interested for this. You know how I feel about Punk, innit? I'm gonna go for. I want MJF to win, but CM Punk's gonna win that match. What do you guys think? Ahmed's got MJF. See, I want MJF to win. I just don't think he's gonna win. Yeah. There's only 2 in the chat now, so we'll smash this out real quick because I want to watch that Pat McAfee show as well. We got Dr. Britt Baker, DMD versus Thunder Rosa. I think Britt Baker might lose. She's had that title for a minute. She's been a great champion. I think Thunder Rosa beats her. I think Thunder Rosa wins. Rick says he's got MJF to win, but Punk's going to win, obviously. Yeah, I think Punk's going to win as well. And then, moving on to the final match. I think there's another 3 matches to be announced. But AEW Championship, Hangman Page versus Adam Cole, bye-bye. I believe that Hangman Page wins this match. I think everyone does think that it's going to be Adam Cole to win, but I think Hangman Page retains his title. Hot take, maybe. People possibly think it ain't going to happen. I think that's what happens. But yeah, you guys let me know in the comments, man. Everyone's watching the Pat McAfee show, man. So you can't just leave me on here not watching it. I could watch it while you lot are on here, but it's a bit deep and I ain't going to do that. So I'm going to head off and go watch it. Ahmed's got Hangman to win. Rick's got Hangman to win. You know the vibes. I got him to win as well. So yeah, guys, man, thanks for jumping across. 4 in the chat, man. 4 in the chat. The numbers are dwindling, bro. This is why I have people in the comment section now. If I go read the comment section from the reaction videos, the people asking for Savage Talk and that. Certain people's birthdays and that. I hope you do Savage Talk. It's my birthday and they didn't turn up. So it is what it is. But I'm about to get the hell out of here. Guys, all you like in the chat, thank you for coming along. If you like the video, hit the like button. I mean, you should hit the like button anyway. You've been on here for 30, damn near 40 minutes. I'll be back on Corey and Carmella video dropping tomorrow, and SmackDown on Saturday for you, probably Friday, but me Saturday. Possibly AEW Revolution and possibly YouTube boxing as well. So we'll see. But shout out to you guys. Shout out to Ahmed. Shout out to me. Shout out to Rick. Thank you guys for coming across. Shout out to you, Jeff Samuel. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. You already know the vibes. Yeah, let me just get this off. Yeah, man. Stay safe, guys. Yeah, stay safe, stay healthy. I've been your boy, Savage. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Run.